Hello friends, this is Dr. Atul Gupta, Associate Professor, Department of Management Studies, Swami Keswanand Institute of Technology, Management and Gramothan, Jaipur. In this lecture, we will discuss about designing and maintaining service quality. Let's start by understanding the concept of service quality. Quality is a subjective term, more so in the case of service that is intangible and inseparable from the provider and the customer. Quality in service has to be built, maintained, and improved. Quality is a dominant element in customers' evaluation. A customer satisfaction level is directly associated with the quality evaluation of a service. So, we can say that quality in a service is a measure of the extent to which a delivered service meets the customer expectations. It is determined by the customer's perceptions and not by the perception of the provider of the service. Service quality is considered a critical determinant of competitiveness. It can help to differentiate itself from the other competitors and gain a competitive advantage. So, service quality in its contemporary conceptualization, we can say that is a comparison of perceived expectations of a service with the perceived performance. And this give rise to a equation from which we can calculate the service quality aspect. So, service quality is equal to the perceived performance, that is P, minus perceived expectations of a customer, that is E. Now, dimensions of service quality. As we know that service quality is a multi-dimensional and include perceptions of multiple factors. The main factors that form a part of the customer's perception of service quality are reliability, tangibles, responsiveness, assurance, and empathy. Reliability. Reliability is the ability to perform the promised service dependably and accurately. Tangibles. Tangibles, as we all know, is the appearance of physical facilities, equipment, personnel, and written materials. Responsiveness. Responsiveness is nothing but it is the willingness to help customers and provide prompt service. Assurance. Assurance is the employee's knowledge and courteous behavior and their ability to inspire the trust and confidence in the customer. Empathy. Empathy is the caring, individualized attention that is given to a specific customers. Now, this is the gap model of analyzing service quality. This model can help a firm desirous of improving service quality to focus better on its strategies and service processes. This model can not only be used to find and identify areas in service delivery and design but also measures and monitor quality in service. Quality in service is perceived by the customer. There is no other way to either comprehend or administer. As service is intangible, we discussed in the first slide, the only way to measure quality is service is to measure the expectation of the customer before the receipt of his service and measure his perception after the experience, that is the service encounter. As we see in this model, there are five gaps between the customer provider and the customer itself. The gap one, we can also have a look on the same model, that is gap model of service quality. As we see, there are five gaps in this model: gap 1, gap 2, gap 3, gap 4, and gap 5. These all gaps are created due to the difference in the perception taken by the service provider and the expectations which they have, the customers have with them. These five models or these five gaps are named as the knowledge gap, standard gap, delivery gap, communication gap, and service gap. Now let us discuss these gaps in detail one by one to understand the service quality. Number 1, the customer gap. It is the gap between the customer expectations and customer perception. The customer gap is the difference between the customer expectations and customer perception. Customer expectation is what the customer expect according to available resources and is influenced by the cultural background, family lifestyle, personality, demographic, advertising experiences with similar product and information available online. Management may have inaccurate perceptions of what customers actually expect. The reason for this gap is lack of the proper marketing or market customer focus. The presence of marketing department does not automatically guarantee market focus. It requires the appropriate management process, market analysis tools and attitude. Some of the reasons why gap 1 can occur are inadequate marketing research, lack of upward communication in the organization, insufficient focus on relationship building, etc. Gap 2, that is knowledge gap. It is also the gap between the customer expectations and management perception. There may be an inability on the part of the management to translate customer expectations into the service quality specifications. This gap relates to aspects of the service design. The knowledge gap is the difference between the customer's expectations of the service provided and the company's provision of this service. In this case, managers are not aware or have not correctly interpreted the customer expectations in relation to the company's service or products. Now, the some reasons for the gap 2 occur are failure to connect the service design to service positioning, unsystematic new service development process, lack of consumer defined service standard, absence of a formal process of setting service quality goals, etc. Gap 3, the policy gap. It is also known as the service delivery or service quality specification gap. This gap reflects the management's incorrect translation of the service policy into the rules and guidelines for employees. Some companies experience difficulties translating customer expectations into specific service quality delivery. Now, this can include poor service design, failure to maintain and continually update their provisions of goods customer service, or simply a lack of standardization. This gap may see consumers seek a similar product and better service elsewhere. Some of the reasons by why the gap 3 occurs are role conflict, inefficient recruitment or the role ambiguity, lack of empowerment, control and poor teamwork, failure to match supply and demand in the retail store or in any case channel conflict, and many more like this. Fourth gap, that is the communication gap. The gap between this, it is the gap between the service delivery and the external communication. This is essentially a communication gap. The gap is the difference between the service delivery intention and capability and what is being communicated to the customer. And overhyped communication raises the expectations of the customer and his benchmark of the service quality and his expectations from the service delivery skyrockets. It will be difficult then for the firm to meet the expectations and there would inevitably be a shortfall. The causes for creating this gap 4 are lack of cohesiveness in marketing communication, absence of strong internal marketing program, not being able to meet the customer expectations through the communication. Over promising in advertising and personal selling is the another region of creating this gap. The other region is also differences in policies and procedure across branches. Last gap, that is delivery gap, or the gap between the service quality specification and service delivery. This gap exposes the weakness in employees' performance. Organization with a delivery gap may specify with the service required to support consumers but have subsequently failed to train their employees. Put good process and guidelines in actions. As a result, employees are ill equipped to manage customers' need. These four gaps which we have discussed cause a fifth gap, which is the difference between the customer expectations and the perceptions of the service quality actually received. Perceived quality of a service depend on the size and direction of the gap 5, which in turns depend on the nature of the gap associated with marketing, design and delivering of the service. So, gap 5 is the product of the gap 1, 2, 3 and 4 itself. If these four gaps, all of which are located below the line that separates the customer from the company, are closed, then automatically the gap file will also close. I hope you will get a lot from this lecture and it will help you in understanding the delivery of the service. Thank you.